Hi, my name is Christopher Brechlin, and I'm here to take you on a little journey through my years of addiction to unusual hobbies. I've been fortunate enough that I've never had to go very long in my life without having at least one passionate interest, but I have trouble figuring out whether they're good ideas. One of the main reasons being is that sometimes I don't have enough time to think, and before I know it, I'm getting my hair braided for the show I have to do that night, and I'm beatboxing and drumming at the same time. Sure, it's entertaining, but I think my hobbies get in the way of making good life decisions. And don't get me wrong, I think passions can be a real benefit, and I consider myself a social entrepreneur, and so that means that I spend a lot of time looking for innovative solutions to the world's biggest problems. I'm always looking for that triple bottom line: people, purpose, and profits. And for a lot of people, hobbies take the form of collections. I just started a bow tie collection. I'm up to 8 now, and I think I won't let this one get out of control. I'll probably stop when I have one for every day of the year. But you know, 365 is a really important number to us extreme hobbyists because it's the average number of days per year that we spend thinking about the things that we love. And for me, I was fortunate enough to turn one of my fascinations into my own business. And so Blueprint for a Dream allows me to dedicate most of my time to helping nonprofits use data more effectively so that they can map, analyze, and communicate their social impact on the world. And I think that that's really great, but now I also dream about my hobby instead of just obsessing. It's really worth us taking a couple of minutes here to just rewind and look into the root causes of my obsessive hobbying. I started out building models like a lot of kids, and eventually I spent a lot of time getting them really detailed, and my favorite was a guillotine that I made once. And I think then around between the ages of 9 and 13, I became totally obsessed with ancient Egypt. Egyptologist was my dream job. By the age of 12, I had taught myself how to sight read hieroglyphics. But I'm pretty sure a lot of kids do that. And everything got completely out of control at 13 when I got my first drum set. I spent hours and hours a day practicing drums, learning how to play them. And I even started my first heavy metal band in middle school. That carried over into high school. And then I met my best friend, Chris. He's the one with his tongue out. And we started a band in college called the Keystone Effect. But of course, we weren't going to just dabble in playing music. No, we practiced every week, and we thought about being rock stars. By the end of college, we were playing about 15 shows a month. And I think I knew I was heading down a dark path when I ended up at a lot of college parties where I'd be blindfolded and forced to play drum solos with my bare hands. But I'm also pretty sure that that's something college kids just do. So we eventually got our first EP done, and we found a really reasonable place to record it too. It was this drafty abandoned warehouse where a friend had set up a studio, and we spent 24 straight hours doing nothing but that in a cold winter night. And then, everything came to a head in college at our Halloween parties, where we would invite over 600 of our closest friends and play music for about 4 hours, and they would proceed to polish off 12 kegs in about 2 hours. It's great until they start dancing on your car. But after college, I decided I would keep trying to be a rock star. I couldn't kick that one obsession. And so I picked up with these guys. It was Music with a Mission. But full disclosure, that guy, the Fred Durst guy, he wasn't with us. So it was a great experience because we got to work with a United Nations affiliate called Arts for Peace. And so I learned a lot, and I made some cool friends, but something didn't quite add up because they had us, a bunch of grungy activist kids, playing music at UN headquarters for ambassadors and millionaires. The band broke up after about a year or so, and I think there was one hobby that I couldn't quite kick, and that was beatboxing. It started with a little bit of hip-hop, a little... But then we were playing world music, so I had to try some new things. I had to learn a little bit of reggae, which everyone knows goes a little bit like... The problem with reggae is that it inevitably leads to dubstep, and so it went, boom, 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 and don't judge me here. Boom, boom, boom. But now I spend most of my time just trying to play songs people recognize. Some of you might know this one. But I think through all these times, I've had some great memories, and it's really hard for me to gauge whether all of these are hobbies or actually completely out of control obsessions. So thank you all very much. If you get a couple of minutes, check out my latest hobby at blueprintct.com or follow me on Twitter.